Overcoming limiting beliefs about wealth. Even for those who have meticulously navigated the intricate labyrinth of early financial accumulation, a subtle yet pervasive undercurrent of self imposed limitations can often subtly impede their ascent to the stratospheric echelons of ultra high net worth. Many individuals, already standing on the precipice of significant wealth, find themselves unwittingly constrained by deeply ingrained mental models about money, success, and their own inherent worthiness to possess extraordinary riches. These aren't necessarily conscious doubts. Rather, they operate as silent, powerful algorithms in the subconscious, dictating decisions and shaping perceptions long before any logical analysis can intervene. Unearthing and dismantling these hidden barriers is not merely a psychological exercise, but a critical strategic imperative for anyone aiming to break through the $100M threshold. It demands an honest, often uncomfortable, confrontation with the very narratives we've allowed to define our financial potential, often for decades, without question. This foundational work precedes all other tactical maneuvers, as even the most brilliant strategies will crumble under the weight of an unaddressed scarcity mindset. The journey to exponential wealth begins not with external opportunities, but with an internal audit of one's core convictions. Limiting beliefs manifest in countless insidious ways, often disguised as rational caution, humility, or even a pragmatic understanding of market realities. Perhaps you believe that true wealth requires a morally ambiguous path, or that one must sacrifice personal well-being entirely to achieve immense financial success. Others might harbor the notion that money is inherently corrupting, or that only those born into privilege can truly accumulate generational wealth. These aren't just abstract ideas. They are powerful, self-fulfilling prophecies that subtly influence your risk tolerance, your investment decisions, your negotiation posture, and even the caliber of opportunities you allow yourself to pursue. They create an invisible ceiling, a self-imposed boundary that prevents you from recognizing or seizing the very opportunities that could propel you forward. Until these deeply embedded narratives are brought into the light and rigorously examined, they will continue to dictate the boundaries of your financial reality, no matter how much external effort you exert. The genesis of these restrictive thought patterns often lies in our formative years, shaped by family dynamics, societal messaging, and early personal experiences with money. Perhaps you grew up hearing cautionary tales about the wealthy, or witnessed financial struggles that imprinted a deep-seated fear of loss. Schools rarely teach the psychology of abundance, instead focusing on scarcity and competition, further cementing a constrained view of what's possible. These narratives become part of our identity, so deeply woven into our self-perception that questioning them feels akin to questioning who we fundamentally are. They are not merely opinions, but deeply internalized truths that act as filters through which we interpret every financial event and opportunity. Recognizing this historical context is the first step toward understanding their grip and beginning the process of disengagement. Identifying your specific limiting beliefs requires a deliberate and often uncomfortable process of introspection, a deep dive into the underlying assumptions that drive your financial behaviors. Begin by observing your automatic reactions to significant financial opportunities or challenges. Do you feel a surge of excitement or an immediate wave of doubt and fear? When you consider a bold investment or a massive business expansion, what are the first unspoken thoughts that arise? These knee-jerk responses often reveal the subconscious programming at play. Journaling, meditation, and even guided self-inquiry can be powerful tools to unearth these hidden convictions, pulling them from the shadows of the subconscious into the clear light of conscious awareness. This isn't about blaming, it's about understanding the internal architecture that has shaped your financial journey thus far. Once identified, the next crucial step is to challenge the validity of these beliefs with the same rigor you would apply to any complex business problem. Ask yourself, is this belief objectively true, or is it merely a story I've been telling myself? Where is the empirical evidence to support this conviction? Does this belief serve my highest financial aspirations, or does it actively hinder them? Often you'll find that these limiting beliefs are built on flimsy foundations, anecdotal evidence, or outdated information. They rarely stand up to logical scrutiny when confronted directly. This critical evaluation process begins to weaken their hold, creating fissures in the mental constructs that have long dictated your financial ceiling, allowing you to see beyond the self-imposed limitations you once accepted as immutable truths. A powerful technique for dismantling these mental blocks involves actively seeking out counter-evidence in the real world. If you believe that wealthy people are inherently unethical, deliberately expose yourself to stories of philanthropists, ethical entrepreneurs, and individuals who have used their fortunes to create profound positive impact. If you think you have to be lucky to get rich, study the meticulous planning, relentless effort, and calculated risks taken by successful individuals. This conscious effort to reframe your perspective, to actively search for examples that contradict your ingrained beliefs, gradually rewires your subconscious. It demonstrates to your mind that the world is far more nuanced and abundant than your old narratives suggested, opening up new possibilities for your own path to wealth. The process doesn't stop at merely identifying and challenging. It demands the deliberate cultivation and installation of empowering new beliefs that align with your $100 ambition. This involves consciously choosing and repeating affirmations that resonate with your desired financial reality, such as, "I am capable of creating immense value and accumulating extraordinary wealth," or "Money flows to me effortlessly as I serve others at the highest level." These aren't empty platitudes. They are strategic declarations designed to reprogram your subconscious mind. Consistency is key here. Like a gardener tending to new seeds, you must nurture these positive beliefs daily, reinforcing them through repetition and ensuring they take deep root in your psyche. This active replacement is essential for truly transforming your financial destiny. Beyond mere affirmations, true belief transformation is cemented through action. When you consciously choose to act in alignment with your new empowering beliefs, you create a feedback loop that reinforces their validity. If you now believe, "I am worthy of premium opportunities," you will naturally seek out and engage with higher caliber ventures and networks. If you affirm, "I am a master of financial growth," you will approach investment decisions with greater confidence and strategic foresight. These actions, even small ones, provide tangible proof to your subconscious that your new beliefs are not just aspirations, but active realities. This dynamic interplay between belief and action is the engine that drives genuine, sustainable wealth creation, moving you from passive acceptance to active mastery of your financial future. Surrounding yourself with individuals who embody the beliefs and success levels you aspire to is another indispensable component of this transformation. Your environment profoundly shapes your mindset, and being in proximity to those who have already achieved ultra-high net worth provides a living, breathing testament to what is possible. Their perspectives, their problem-solving approaches, and their inherent confidence can subtly yet powerfully influence your own internal narrative. This isn't about imitation, but about osmosis, absorbing the energetic and intellectual frequencies of abundance that permeate their world. Actively seeking out mentors, joining elite networks, and engaging with communities of high achievers will accelerate the process of shedding old limitations and embracing a new paradigm of financial possibility. It's crucial to understand that overcoming deeply ingrained limiting beliefs is not a one-time event, but an ongoing practice of self-awareness and conscious redirection. Old patterns may resurface during times of stress or uncertainty, attempting to pull you back into familiar, albeit restrictive, comfort zones. This is where resilience and consistent self-monitoring become paramount. Treat these resurfacing doubts not as failures, but as opportunities to reaffirm your new beliefs and strengthen your resolve. Each time you consciously choose to override a limiting thought with an empowering one, you reinforce the new neural pathways, making them stronger and more automatic. This persistent vigilance ensures that your internal landscape remains fertile ground for exponential growth, rather than a battleground for old fears. Ultimately, the journey to $100M wealth is as much an internal expedition as it is an external conquest. The most significant barriers are rarely market forces or economic downturns. They are the invisible walls we construct within our own minds. By systematically dismantling these limiting beliefs and replacing them with an unwavering conviction in your capacity for vast abundance, you unlock a level of strategic clarity and decisive action previously inaccessible. This foundational mindset shift is the true secret weapon of the ultra wealthy, enabling them to perceive opportunities where others see obstacles and to execute with an audacious confidence that transforms ambitious visions into tangible, generational wealth. Your inner narrative is the blueprint for your outer reality. Choose to write a story of limitless prosperity. Embracing this mental overhaul also means understanding that true wealth extends beyond mere monetary figures. It encompasses a richness of experience, freedom, and impact. When your beliefs align with this broader definition, your motivation shifts from mere accumulation to purposeful creation. This deeper sense of purpose provides an unshakable foundation, making it easier to overcome the inevitable challenges and doubts that arise on the path to ultra-high net worth. It allows you to view money as a tool for amplifying your vision and leaving a lasting legacy, rather than an end in itself. This profound connection to purpose acts as a powerful antidote to any lingering scarcity mindsets, solidifying your commitment to a life of extraordinary abundance and meaningful contribution. Developing unshakable self-confidence. Having systematically dismantled the limiting beliefs that once held you captive, the natural progression on your journey toward mastering wealth creation is to cultivate an unshakable self-confidence. This isn't merely about projecting an air of certainty, but rather forging a profound internal conviction in your own capabilities, judgment, and visionary foresight, especially when navigating the intricate pressures inherent in high-stakes ventures. It forms the psychological bedrock upon which all subsequent monumental achievements are constructed, serving as an unwavering inner compass in the often tumultuous pursuit of exceptional financial outcomes. Without this deep-seated belief in yourself, even the most meticulously crafted strategies can falter under the weight of self-doubt, preventing the decisive action required for exponential growth. True confidence empowers you to not only conceive audacious goals, but also to relentlessly pursue them, irrespective of all skepticism or the sheer magnitude of the challenge ahead. It's the quiet resolve that whispers, "I can do this," even when the odds seem stacked against you, transforming perceived impossibilities into tangible opportunities. Unshakable self-confidence distinguishes itself sharply from mere arrogance or an inflated ego. It is an intrinsic state of certainty, derived from a deep understanding of one's strengths, weaknesses, and a proven track record of overcoming obstacles. Arrogance often stems from insecurity, a desperate need for external validation, whereas genuine confidence is self-sustaining, requiring no outward applause to affirm its existence. This internal fortitude allows you to listen critically to feedback without being derailed, to make unpopular but necessary decisions, and to stand firm in your convictions, even when facing significant opposition. It's the quiet power of knowing your worth, your competence, and your capacity to learn and adapt, which is fundamentally different from a fragile facade designed to impress others. Cultivating this authentic self-assurance becomes paramount when operating at the highest echelons of business and investment, where the stakes are astronomical and the margin for error is razor thin. The genesis of this profound self-confidence is fundamentally rooted in competence and mastery, the verifiable ability to execute complex tasks, solve intricate problems, and consistently deliver results. It isn't born from wishful thinking or positive affirmations alone, but rather meticulously forged through dedicated effort, rigorous learning, and repeated successful execution within your chosen domain. Think of it as building a robust mental fortress, brick by brick, with each successful project, each navigated challenge, and each acquired skill adding another layer of impenetrable strength. This experiential learning provides irrefutable evidence to your subconscious mind that you possess the requisite skills and acumen to tackle increasingly complex scenarios. Without a foundation of demonstrable capability, any perceived confidence remains superficial, prone to crumbling at the first significant challenge encountered in the demanding landscape of wealth creation. Deliberate practice and an unyielding commitment to continuous learning are therefore not just beneficial, but absolutely indispensable in solidifying this essential competence. Merely going through the motions or relying on past laurels will not suffice. True mastery demands a systematic approach to skill development, actively seeking out areas for improvement and pushing the boundaries of your current abilities. This involves deep engagement with your craft, dissecting failures for critical insights, and consistently refining your methodologies to achieve superior outcomes. Every hour spent honing a skill, every new concept assimilated, and every strategic framework mastered contributes directly to a deeper wellspring of self-assurance. The more you expand your intellectual and practical arsenal, the more resilient and adaptable your confidence becomes, allowing you to confidently tackle unfamiliar territories and audacious ventures that others might shy away from. Building a compelling track record, even through a series of seemingly small wins, plays an outsized role in reinforcing your belief in your own efficacy and judgment. Each successful negotiation, each profitable investment, each project brought to fruition, no matter its scale, serves as concrete validation of your capabilities and decision-making prowess. These incremental victories accumulate over time, creating a powerful psychological momentum that fuels greater ambition and a willingness to take on larger, more complex challenges. It's about meticulously documenting and internalizing these successes, not for ego gratification, but as empirical data proving your capacity to achieve. This cumulative evidence systematically dismantles any lingering doubts, acing them with an unwavering conviction that you are indeed capable of orchestrating significant financial triumphs and navigating the intricate pathways to generational wealth. Crucially, the path to unshakable self-confidence demands a fundamental reorientation in your relationship with failure. Instead of viewing it as a personal defeat, you must learn to interpret it as invaluable data. Every misstep, every project that doesn't go according to plan, and every investment that underperforms offers a rich trove of lessons that are often more profound than those gleaned from effortless successes. Approaching setbacks with a detached, analytical mindset transforms them from confidence-eroding events into powerful learning opportunities that refine your strategies and sharpen your judgment. This perspective shift allows you to extract actionable insights, adjust your approach, and move forward with enhanced wisdom, paradoxically strengthening your self-belief by proving your capacity to learn, adapt, and ultimately overcome. It's the ability to fail intelligently, integrating those lessons into a more robust framework for future endeavors, that truly fortifies your inner conviction. A powerful catalyst for developing profound self-confidence is cultivating an internal locus of control, the deep-seated belief that you, and not external forces, are primarily responsible for the outcomes in your life. This mindset empowers you to take full ownership of your decisions, actions, and the results they yield, rather than attributing success to luck or blaming failures on circumstances beyond your influence. When you genuinely believe that your efforts, choices, and strategic thinking are the primary drivers of your destiny, you inherently develop a stronger sense of agency and self-efficacy. This internal conviction fuels proactive behavior, encourages relentless problem-solving, and instills a powerful sense of personal accountability that is foundational for building substantial wealth. It's a liberation from victimhood, embracing the reality that your future is largely within your command, thereby bolstering your confidence to shape it precisely as you envision. With a solid foundation of competence, a track record of wins, and a resilient approach to setbacks, unshakable self-confidence becomes the indispensable catalyst for strategic risk-taking, a non-negotiable component of achieving exponential wealth creation. True wealth builders understand that significant opportunities often reside beyond the boundaries of conventional safety, requiring calculated leaps of faith and bold decisions that others might deem too speculative. Your cultivated confidence allows you to assess complex situations with clarity, weigh potential outcomes with precision, and commit to high-stakes ventures with conviction, even when the path forward isn't entirely clear. It's the inner certainty that enables you to allocate substantial capital, pursue disruptive innovations, or enter new markets, knowing that you possess the acumen to navigate the inherent uncertainties and steer the enterprise toward success. This isn't reckless gambling, but rather intelligent, informed action fueled by an unwavering belief in your capacity to prevail. Beyond external achievements, cultivating unshakable self-confidence also involves mastering the internal game, particularly through the deliberate practice of positive self-talk and visualization. Your inner monologue profoundly shapes your perception of your own abilities, making it imperative to replace self-defeating narratives with empowering affirmations that reinforce your strengths and potential. Consistently visualizing yourself successfully executing challenging tasks, closing significant deals, or achieving your $100M objectives primes your mind for success, creating a mental blueprint that guides your actions. This mental rehearsal not only enhances your belief in your capabilities, but also sharpens your focus and reduces performance anxiety when faced with actual high-pressure situations. It's about consciously reprogramming your subconscious mind to be an ally, not an adversary, in your relentless pursuit of extraordinary financial mastery. The environment you cultivate and the individuals you choose to surround yourself with wield immense influence over the robustness of your self-confidence. Actively seek out mentors, peers, and collaborators who embody ambition, intellectual rigor, and an unwavering commitment to excellence, as their positive influence and challenging perspectives will elevate your own standards. Conversely, meticulously prune away relationships that are draining, cynical, or consistently undermine your aspirations, as negative energy can erode even the most fortified self-belief. Your inner circle should serve as a source of constructive criticism, unwavering support, and intellectual stimulation, pushing you to refine your thinking and expand your horizons. Remember, confidence is contagious, but so is doubt, making it crucial to curate an ecosystem that perpetually reinforces your drive and conviction. The visible manifestations of unshakable self-confidence are unmistakable and profoundly impactful, particularly in leadership roles where decisive action and clear communication are paramount. A leader imbued with genuine self-assurance inspires trust and galvanizes teams, articulating a compelling vision with unwavering conviction and providing clarity amidst uncertainty. This confidence translates into a calm demeanor under pressure, the ability to articulate complex strategies with precision, and a natural authority that commands respect and encourages follow-through. It empowers you to negotiate fiercely yet fairly, to make difficult personnel decisions with resolve, and to project an aura of competence that attracts top talent and strategic partners. Ultimately, this internal certainty becomes an external force, shaping perceptions, influencing outcomes, and driving the collective momentum toward your ambitious financial goals. Crucially, unshakable self-confidence provides the essential psychological armor needed to navigate the inevitable challenges and setbacks that litter the path to ultra-high net worth. No journey of such magnitude is linear, and there will undoubtedly be moments of significant adversity, unexpected market shifts, or personal disappointments that test your resolve. In these critical junctures, it is your deep-seated belief in yourself and your capacity to overcome that prevents temporary setbacks from becoming permanent failures. Instead of succumbing to despair or self-doubt, you'll possess the mental resilience to objectively assess the situation, learn from the experience, and pivot with renewed determination. This inner strength ensures that you view obstacles as surmountable hurdles, not impenetrable walls, maintaining your strategic trajectory even when the external landscape appears most daunting. Developing unshakable self-confidence is far from a static achievement. It is a dynamic, ongoing process that demands continuous reinforcement, introspection, and self-awareness. It's not a destination you arrive at and then forget, but rather a muscle that requires constant exercise and deliberate attention to maintain its strength and flexibility. Regularly reflect on your progress, acknowledge your accomplishments, and honestly assess areas where further growth is needed, treating self-improvement as an iterative cycle. Stay attuned to your internal dialogue, actively challenging any nascent doubts or limiting thoughts before they can take root and undermine your resolve. This perpetual commitment to self-mastery ensures that your confidence remains robust, adaptable, and capable of withstanding the evolving pressures and complexities inherent in sustained wealth creation. The symbiotic relationship between confidence and action is a powerful feedback loop that accelerates our journey toward financial mastery. Action begets confidence, which in turn fuels more decisive and impactful action. Every calculated risk taken, every bold decision made, and every successful execution reinforces your belief in your capabilities, propelling you to pursue even greater challenges. This positive reinforcement creates an upward spiral where your growing confidence empowers you to step further out of your comfort zone, undertake more ambitious projects, and generate increasingly significant results. It's a testament to the idea that you don't wait for confidence to act. Rather, you act to build confidence, understanding that momentum is your ally. Embrace this dynamic interplay, leveraging each success to build an even stronger foundation for the next monumental achievement. Ultimately, cultivating unshakable self-confidence is not merely about personal empowerment. It is a fundamental prerequisite for achieving the ambitious financial goals outlined in the $100M Playbook and leaving a truly indelible legacy. It empowers you to think bigger, act bolder, and lead with an authority that inspires others to join your vision, translating your aspirations into tangible, generational wealth. This profound inner certainty allows you to navigate the complexities of high finance and entrepreneurship with clarity and conviction, making the tough calls that others shy away from. As you internalize this unyielding belief in your own capacity, you unlock the full spectrum of your potential, transforming the audacious pursuit of a $100 net worth from a distant dream into an inevitable reality, poised to impact not just your life, but the lives of generations to come. Resilience in the face of setbacks. The journey toward building generational wealth, particularly aspiring to the $100 million benchmark, is rarely a smooth upward trajectory. It is a path fraught with unforeseen obstacles, market volatilities, strategic missteps, and sometimes outright catastrophic failures. These aren't merely minor inconveniences or temporary dips in performance that one might encounter in conventional career progression. Rather, they represent significant tests of resolve, demanding a profound level of mental fortitude and strategic agility. Understanding that setbacks are not just possibilities, but inevitable components of audacious wealth creation is the first crucial step in cultivating an unshakable resilience. It is imperative to internalize that every truly monumental achievement is preceded by a series of trials, each designed to refine your approach and strengthen your character. For the ambitious individual targeting ultra-high net worth, these moments of adversity are not indicators to retreat, but rather critical junctures that define the very essence of their pursuit. The ability to absorb significant blows, learn from them, and continue forging ahead with renewed vigor is arguably the most distinguishing characteristic of those who ultimately succeed on this grand scale. Without a robust framework for navigating and transcending these challenges, even the most brilliant strategies and exceptional talents can falter under pressure. Unlike the minor frustrations that might derail those with less ambitious goals, the setbacks encountered on the path to $100 million often manifest as substantial financial losses, public failures, or severe reputational damage. These are not just personal disappointments. They can have far-reaching implications for teams, investors, and stakeholders, amplifying the psychological burden. Navigating such high-stakes adversity requires a distinct mental model, one that transcends simple optimism and embraces a pragmatic, almost clinical approach to problem-solving under duress. The sheer scale of the potential rewards necessitates an equally robust capacity to withstand and recover from significant reversals, transforming what might cripple others into mere data points for refinement. It is in these crucible moments that true leadership and an unwavering commitment to the long-term vision are forged, separating the aspirational from the truly accomplished. The gravity of these challenges demands a sophisticated understanding of risk, recovery, and strategic adaptation, moving beyond simplistic notions of perseverance. Those who achieve extraordinary wealth do not avoid these profound tests. They master the art of leveraging them. A fundamental shift in perspective is paramount. viewing setbacks not as personal failings or definitive endpoints, but as invaluable, albeit costly, lessons and critical data points in an ongoing experiment. Every misstep, every failed venture, and every market downturn provides a wealth of information that, when properly analyzed, can illuminate pathways to future success that were previously invisible. This reframing allows for a detachment from the emotional sting of failure, enabling an objective assessment of the circumstances, the decisions made, and the variables at play. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, the resilient mind pivots to understanding why it went wrong and, more importantly, what actionable insights can be extracted. This analytical approach transforms adversity from a barrier into a powerful catalyst for growth, accelerating the learning curve dramatically. Embracing this mindset is not about denying the difficulty, but about consciously choosing to extract maximum value from every adverse experience, recognizing that wisdom is often purchased at a high price. It is this capacity for objective learning that fuels continuous improvement and innovation. Cultivating this resilient mindset demands an active and deliberate effort to transition from a reactive, victim-oriented stance to an empowered, proactive problem solver. When confronted with a significant setback, the natural human inclination can be to externalize blame or succumb to self-doubt, neither of which serves the ultimate goal of wealth creation. The ultra-wealthy, however, train themselves to immediately pivot toward internal locus of control, asking not, "Why me?" but "What can I control in this situation?" and "What is the immediate next step to mitigate damage and move forward?" This proactive stance is not merely about positive thinking. It is a disciplined practice of strategic inquiry and rapid response. It involves consciously disentangling personal identity from the outcome of a particular venture, allowing for a more objective and less emotionally charged evaluation. This mental discipline enables a swift recovery, preventing minor stumbles from escalating into irreversible downfalls, and ensuring that momentum, even if temporarily stalled, can be quickly regained and redirected. It is the hallmark of true leadership in high-stakes environments. Maintaining emotional equanimity under immense pressure is a non-negotiable trait for those navigating the volatile landscape of ultra-wealth creation. When millions are on the line, or a significant portion of one's enterprise faces jeopardy, the ability to remain calm, rational, and composed is not a luxury, but an absolute necessity. Panic, fear, or anger can cloud judgment, leading to impulsive decisions that exacerbate an already challenging situation, often with devastating long-term consequences. Developing this emotional control involves a combination of self-awareness, mindfulness practices, and a deep understanding of one's own psychological triggers. It's about creating a mental buffer between the external event and your internal reaction, allowing for a strategic pause before responding. This allows for clear-headed analysis, enabling the precise identification of the core issues and the formulation of a coherent, well-reasoned plan of action, rather than succumbing to emotional reactivity. Mastering this internal state is a powerful competitive advantage, ensuring that even in chaos, your decision-making remains sharp and strategically sound. Strategic re-evaluation, following a significant setback, is far more than a casual reflection. It is a disciplined, rigorous, and often brutal audit of every contributing factor. This process requires an unflinching honesty, confronting uncomfortable truths about strategy, execution, market assumptions, and even personal blind spots. It involves dissecting the events with the precision of a surgeon, identifying root causes rather than merely addressing symptoms, and distinguishing between controllable and uncontrollable variables. This analytical deep dive must be devoid of ego, focusing solely on extracting maximum learning potential from the adverse experience, no matter how painful. The ultra-wealthy understand that a failure not thoroughly analyzed is a lesson wasted and a risk amplified for future endeavors. This meticulous postmortem ensures that the same mistakes are not replicated, embedding the learned wisdom into future strategic frameworks and operational protocols. It is this commitment to forensic analysis that transforms temporary defeat into a powerful blueprint for future triumphs, building a repository of hard-won knowledge. Adaptability is another cornerstone of resilience, particularly when market dynamics shift unexpectedly or a core strategy proves untenable. The ability to pivot without losing sight of the overarching vision is a critical skill, demanding both flexibility and conviction. This isn't about abandoning goals at the first sign of trouble, but rather about recognizing when the chosen path is no longer viable and having the courage to forge a new one. It requires a nuanced understanding of the ultimate objective, allowing for a creative reimagining of the means to achieve it. A rigid adherence to a failing plan, driven by ego or inertia, is a sure path to prolonged struggle and eventual obsolescence. The most successful individuals are those who can fluidly adjust their sails, even in the midst of a storm, redirecting resources and efforts toward emerging opportunities or more viable approaches. This strategic agility means that a setback is not an ending, but a compulsory detour, often leading to more innovative solutions and stronger market positions than originally conceived. It's the art of strategic evolution, constantly realigning with reality. No individual, however brilliant or resourceful, can navigate the complexities of ultra-wealth creation in isolation. Building a robust support system and a trusted advisory board becomes indispensable, especially during periods of significant challenge. This network provides not only emotional ballast, but, more critically, diverse perspectives, objective feedback, and specialized expertise that can be vital for strategic reevaluation. When emotions run high or judgment is clouded, external, unbiased input can offer clarity, identify overlooked solutions, or validate difficult decisions. These advisors, often comprising seasoned entrepreneurs, legal experts, financial strategists, or even executive coaches, serve as a crucial sounding board, helping to dissect problems and formulate recovery plans. Leaning on this collective wisdom prevents tunnel vision and ensures that critical decisions are vetted through multiple lenses, significantly reducing the risk of compounding errors. It is a testament to humility and strategic intelligence, recognizing that even the most formidable leaders benefit immensely from a diverse council. Cultivating profound self-awareness is crucial for understanding one's personal psychological triggers and developing effective recovery mechanisms from setbacks. Each individual reacts differently to stress, failure, and financial loss. Some may become overly aggressive, others may withdraw, and some might freeze altogether. Recognizing these innate responses is the first step toward managing them proactively. This involves introspection, perhaps journaling or seeking professional coaching, to identify patterns in your reactions to adversity. Understanding whether you tend to overanalyze, procrastinate, or become overly emotional allows you to implement preemptive strategies, such as scheduled breaks, seeking immediate external counsel, or engaging in specific stress reduction techniques. This intimate knowledge of your own mental and emotional landscape empowers you to short-circuit destructive cycles, ensuring that your default response to a setback is constructive rather than debilitating. It's about building a personalized mental toolkit for navigating the inevitable storms, making your resilience a deeply integrated aspect of your operational self. The ability to take swift, decisive action in the immediate aftermath of a setback is often the difference between a recoverable situation and an escalating crisis. Procrastination or paralysis in the face of adversity can quickly compound problems, turning a manageable challenge into an insurmountable one. This requires a bias for action, coupled with the capacity for rapid, albeit well-considered decision-making under pressure. It's about triage, identifying the most critical issues, allocating resources to stem the bleeding, and initiating damage control measures without delay. While thorough analysis is vital, there's a point where overanalysis becomes detrimental, consuming precious time and resources that could be better spent on implementation. The ultra-wealthy understand that imperfect action taken quickly is often superior to perfect inaction. This decisive agility minimizes fallout, preserves optionality, and demonstrates leadership, reassuring stakeholders that the situation is being actively managed and that a path forward is being forged, even if it's not yet fully clear. Leveraging past experiences of overcoming adversity serves as a potent wellspring of inner strength and confidence during new challenges. Every hurdle previously cleared, every crisis successfully navigated, builds a reservoir of proof that you possess the inherent capacity to endure and triumph. Recalling these prior victories, no matter how small or large, reinforces the belief in your own resilience and problem-solving abilities. It provides tangible evidence that you have faced difficulty before and emerged stronger, reframing the current setback not as an unprecedented disaster, but as another chapter in a history of overcoming. This internal narrative of strength helps to counteract self-doubt and fear, anchoring your resolve when external circumstances feel chaotic. By consciously drawing upon this personal history, you remind yourself that resilience is not a theoretical concept, but a demonstrated aspect of your character, equipping you with the psychological armor needed to confront the present challenge with renewed determination. It's a powerful self-affirmation drawn from empirical evidence. The concept of anti-fragility, where one not only recovers from shocks but actually grows stronger and more capable as a result, represents the pinnacle of resilience. This goes beyond mere robustness or the ability to withstand impact. It's about actively benefiting from disorder, volatility, and stressors. For the ultra-wealth builder, an anti-fragile approach means that each market correction, each failed investment, or each operational disruption is viewed as an opportunity to refine systems, diversify strategies, and fortify defenses. It involves designing systems and mindsets that don't just resist damage, but actively improve when exposed to it, learning to thrive in environments of uncertainty. This might entail stress testing portfolios, building optionality into business models, or cultivating a personal philosophy that embraces constant evolution in response to external pressures. Embracing anti-fragility transforms setbacks from threats into growth accelerators, ensuring that every challenge leaves you more robust, more knowledgeable, and ultimately more prepared for the next, inevitably larger opportunity. It is a strategic advantage in a perpetually unpredictable world. Distinguishing between persistent effort and unproductive stubbornness is a nuanced yet critical aspect of effective resilience. True persistence involves unwavering commitment to a long-term goal, coupled with a flexible approach to the means of achieving it. Stubbornness, conversely, is a rigid adherence to a failing strategy or a flawed assumption, often driven by ego or an unwillingness to admit error. The resilient individual understands when to pivot, when to cut losses, and when to abandon a course of action that has demonstrably proven ineffective, even if significant resources have already been invested. This requires a cold, objective assessment of reality, free from the sunk cost fallacy. Knowing when to walk away from a venture, project, or even a market segment that is no longer viable is not a sign of weakness, but of profound strategic intelligence and self-preservation. It is a testament to prioritizing the ultimate objective over a particular tactical execution, ensuring that resources are always optimally deployed toward the highest probability of success. This discerning judgment is a hallmark of seasoned wealth creators. The power of iterative improvement and establishing robust feedback loops from every setback is a cornerstone of sustained progress. Instead of simply moving on, the resilient individual ensures that each failure is meticulously documented, analyzed, and integrated into a revised operational framework. This creates a continuous cycle of learning and adaptation, where every misstep contributes to a more refined strategy and a more robust execution plan. It's about creating a culture, both personally and within an organization, where failure is not punished, but rather treated as a valuable source of intelligence. Implementing structured debriefs, conducting postmortems, and adjusting protocols based on lessons learned become standard operating procedures. This systematic approach transforms isolated incidents of adversity into a cumulative advantage, making each subsequent endeavor more informed and less prone to similar errors. This dedication to continuous refinement is what allows the ultra-wealthy to consistently outmaneuver competitors and navigate complex markets with increasing sophistication. For the ultra-wealthy, processing and detaching from significant financial losses or business failures is an acquired skill, honed through experience and deliberate practice. They understand that lingering emotional attachment to a lost investment or a defunct venture can impede future decision-making and drain valuable mental energy. While acknowledging the pain and learning from the experience, they practice a form of psychological divestment, allowing themselves to grieve the loss briefly, but then consciously releasing the emotional burden. This detachment is not indifference, but a strategic imperative to maintain clear judgment and focus on the opportunities ahead. They recognize that capital, once lost, is gone, and the most productive response is to reallocate mental and financial resources to new, more promising ventures. This ability to emotionally compartmentalize ensures that past failures do not cast a long shadow over future endeavors, allowing for a fresh, unencumbered approach to new challenges and opportunities, maintaining an agile and forward-looking perspective. Reframing the internal narrative surrounding failure is perhaps one of the most powerful tools in building unwavering resilience. Instead of using language that denotes finality or personal inadequacy, the resilient individual consciously adopts a vocabulary that emphasizes learning, iteration, and progress. Phrases like "I failed" are replaced with "I learned," or "This approach didn't work, so what's next?" This subtle yet profound linguistic shift alters the psychological impact of setbacks, transforming them from indictments into stepping stones. It cultivates a growth mindset where every challenge is seen as an opportunity for development and every stumble as an essential part of the journey toward mastery. This internal dialogue creates a psychological environment conducive to experimentation and risk-taking, knowing that even suboptimal outcomes contribute to a richer understanding and a more refined strategy. It is the conscious construction of a narrative that empowers rather than diminishes in the face of adversity, reinforcing the belief that success is an ongoing process of refinement. Ultimately, resilience is not just a personal attribute, it is a foundational pillar upon which generational wealth is built, ensuring that the legacy you aim to create can withstand the inevitable storms of economic cycles and market disruptions. Without the capacity to rebound, adapt, and grow stronger from adversity, even substantial fortunes can crumble under pressure, failing to achieve their intended longevity. This unwavering ability to persist through the most challenging periods, to learn from every misstep, and to continually re-strategize with renewed vigor is what distinguishes temporary success from enduring prosperity. It ensures that your ambition for ultra-high net worth is matched by a corresponding capacity to navigate the turbulent realities of high-stakes enterprise. Cultivating profound resilience is thus an investment in the future, safeguarding not only your financial aspirations, but also the enduring impact and legacy you intend to leave for generations to come, making it an indispensable component of the 100M Playbook. It is the bedrock of lasting achievement. Embracing resilience means recognizing that the path to extraordinary wealth is not for the faint of heart. It demands a continuous cycle of striving, failing, learning, and adapting with an indomitable spirit. This relentless pursuit, punctuated by moments of profound challenge, ultimately sculpts the character and sharpens the strategic acumen required to operate at the highest echelons of financial success. The lessons learned in the crucible of setbacks are often far more valuable than those acquired during periods of smooth sailing, providing a depth of wisdom and a toughness of spirit that cannot be bought or taught in a classroom. It is this profound internal strength forged through adversity that truly differentiates the aspirational from the accomplished, enabling them to not only reach but consistently exceed the $100M mark, building legacies that defy economic volatility and stand the test of time. Your capacity for resilience is, in essence, your ultimate competitive advantage. The power of visualization and affirmation. Having diligently worked to dismantle limiting beliefs and cultivate an unshakable sense of self-confidence, your journey toward ultra-high net worth creation now calls for an active, deliberate shaping of your future reality. This is where the profound practices of visualization and affirmation become not merely motivational tools, but essential strategic components in the $100 Playbook. They transcend simple positive thinking, evolving into sophisticated mental disciplines that prime your entire being for extraordinary achievement. These are the conscious, consistent efforts to imprint your desired future onto your subconscious mind, creating a powerful internal compass that guides your every decision and action. Understanding and implementing these techniques effectively is a cornerstone for anyone serious about manifesting generational wealth. Visualization, at its core, is far more than idle daydreaming. It is a focused, intentional mental rehearsal of your desired outcomes. This practice involves creating vivid, detailed mental images of your goals as if they have already been achieved, engaging all your senses in the process. You are not just seeing a number in a bank account, but feeling the exhilaration of a successful acquisition, hearing the congratulations "oh what, F your peers," and experiencing the profound sense of accomplishment that comes with reaching your financial apex. This intense, multisensory engagement creates a powerful internal blueprint, guiding your conscious and subconscious actions towards its manifestation. It's about building the future within your mind before you build it in reality. The efficacy of visualization is deeply rooted in neuroscience, particularly in how your brain processes reality. Your brain, remarkably, struggles to differentiate between a vividly imagined experience and an actual one. Both stimulate similar neural pathways. When you consistently visualize your success, you are essentially training your brain to recognize and create those opportunities in your external environment. This phenomenon is often attributed to the reticular activating system, RAS, a network in your brainstem that filters information and highlights what it deems important. By programming your RAS with clear, positive images of your financial goals, you become acutely aware of the people, resources, and opportunities that can help you achieve them, effectively tuning your perception to success. To harness this power, effective visualization demands a structured approach and consistent practice. Begin by finding a quiet space where you can remain undisturbed, then clearly define the specific wealth goals you intend to achieve, be it the acquisition of a new venture, the exponential growth of your investment portfolio, or reaching a specific net worth figure. Close your eyes and immerse yourself in the scene, paying meticulous attention to every sensory detail: what you see, what you hear, what you feel, even what you might smell or taste. The key is to evoke the emotional state of having already achieved these goals, allowing the feelings of triumph, security, and impact to wash over you. Make this a non-negotiable daily ritual, much like strategic planning or portfolio review. In the context of scaling to ultra-high net worth, visualization becomes an indispensable strategic tool. Imagine yourself confidently negotiating a multi-million-dollar deal, witnessing your innovative product dominate a new market, or reviewing the financial statements of your exponentially growing empire. Visualize the impact your wealth creates, from philanthropic endeavors to the security it provides for your lineage. This isn't just about personal gain. It's about seeing yourself as the architect of significant value and influence. By mentally rehearsing these scenarios, you not only build confidence, but also often uncover potential challenges or innovative solutions that might not emerge through purely logical analysis, thus refining your real-world strategies. Complementing visualization are affirmations, powerful, positive statements declared in the present tense, designed to reprogram your subconscious beliefs. While visualization creates the mental image, affirmations instill the unwavering belief that this image is not only possible, but inevitable for you. They serve as direct commands to your subconscious, overriding any lingering limiting beliefs or self-doubt that might hinder your progress. These are not empty platitudes, but deliberate declarations of your identity and capability, reshaping your internal narrative to align with your most ambitious financial aspirations. They are the linguistic architects of your future self. The psychological mechanism behind affirmations is profound, working to rewire your neural pathways through consistent repetition. Every time you declare an affirmation, you are actively challenging and replacing old, unhelpful thought patterns with new, empowering ones. Over time, these new patterns solidify, transforming your subconscious mind into a powerful ally rather than a source of resistance. This consistent reinforcement builds an internal locus of control, fortifying your belief in your capacity to navigate complex financial landscapes and achieve monumental success. It's about convincing your deepest self that you are indeed worthy and capable of the wealth you seek. Crafting potent affirmations requires precision and emotional resonance. They must be personal, positive, specific, and always phrased in the present tense, as if the desired outcome is already a reality. Avoid any negative phrasing. Instead of saying, "I am not poor," affirm, "I am abundant and financially free." Examples for the aspiring ultra high net worth individual might include: I am a magnet for lucrative opportunities and exponential growth. My strategic investments consistently yield extraordinary returns. Or, I effortlessly attract and manage multi-million-dollar ventures. Ensure each affirmation evokes a strong, positive emotional response within you, making it more impactful. Integrating affirmations into your daily routine should be as habitual as checking your market data or reviewing your business metrics. Speak them aloud with conviction, write them down repeatedly in a journal, or set digital reminders to recite them throughout your day. The key is consistency and genuine belief. Merely reciting words without conviction offers little power. Allow these affirmations to become your internal dialogue, the constant, unwavering voice that reinforces your goals and capabilities. This continuous self-programming ensures that your subconscious mind is always working in concert with your conscious efforts, propelling you toward your financial objectives. The true power emerges when visualization and affirmation are synergistically employed, creating an unstoppable force for wealth creation. Visualization provides the detailed, emotionally charged blueprint of your desired future, making it tangible and real within your mind. Affirmations, in turn, infuse that blueprint with an unshakable belief, eradicating any internal resistance and solidifying your conviction that this future is yours for the taking. One creates the vivid mental destination, the other fuels the unwavering certainty of your arrival. Together, they create a powerful feedback loop, where seeing leads to believing, and believing strengthens the ability to see even more clearly. It is crucial to understand that these powerful mental practices are not substitutes for strategic planning, diligent effort, or decisive action. Rather, they are catalysts that amplify your effectiveness in these critical areas. Visualization provides the clarity of direction, ensuring your actions are aligned with your ultimate goals. Affirmations cultivate the resilience and conviction needed to persist through inevitable setbacks and challenges. They are the internal engine that drives your external endeavors, ensuring that your mindset is always an asset, never a liability, in the relentless pursuit of your $100 million vision. Your mental preparation directly translates into the quality and impact of your physical execution. Cultivating this internal power demands both patience and an unwavering belief in the process. While some results might manifest quickly, others require sustained commitment, especially when navigating the complexities of scaling wealth. Trusting that your consistent mental work is priming you for success, even when the external path seems unclear, is paramount. This deep-seated conviction, nurtured by daily visualization and affirmation, becomes an unyielding source of motivation and perseverance. It allows you to maintain focus and optimism, even in the face of market volatility or unforeseen business obstacles, knowing that your internal compass remains true. It is natural for some to approach these concepts with initial skepticism, perhaps viewing them as abstract or new age. However, the most successful individuals across various high-performance domains, from elite athletes to visionary entrepreneurs, often credit similar mental conditioning practices for their achievements. Commit to these disciplines not as a fleeting experiment, as a fundamental component of your strategic toolkit. Like any skill, the ability to visualize vividly and affirm powerfully strengthens with consistent, dedicated practice. Embrace the scientific and anecdotal evidence supporting their efficacy and integrate them fully into your wealth-building regimen. Ultimately, the consistent application of visualization and affirmation does more than just help you achieve goals. It fundamentally transforms your identity. You begin to embody the person who has already achieved that ultra-high net worth status, the strategic visionary, the astute investor, the impactful leader. This internal shift in identity is perhaps the most profound outcome, as your actions, decisions, and even your perception of opportunities naturally align with this elevated self. This deep-seated transformation is the true secret to not just accumulating wealth, but sustaining and expanding it exponentially, solidifying your legacy for generations to come, maintaining peak performance and focus. The journey toward $100 million net worth is far from a sprint. It is an ultramarathon, demanding not only bursts of brilliance, but more critically, an unwavering capacity for sustained peak performance and razor-sharp focus. Many individuals possess the initial drive and innovative spark to launch ambitious ventures or execute high-stakes investments. Yet a significant proportion falters, not due to a lack of talent or opportunity, but from an inability to consistently operate at their cognitive and strategic apex. Mastering wealth creation at this elite level necessitates an intricate understanding of how to optimize your mental and physical states, ensuring that your output remains exceptional, even amidst the relentless pressures and complexities inherent in scaling to such heights. Without a deliberate framework for maintaining this elevated state, even the most promising trajectories can veer off course, diluted by distraction and eroded by diminishing returns on effort. This chapter delves into the actionable strategies and foundational principles that empower you to not just achieve, but to sustain the intense level of engagement and clarity required to navigate the intricate path to generational wealth. At the core of any formidable intellectual or strategic endeavor lies the often underestimated bedrock of physical well-being. Your brain, the primary engine of your wealth-generating capacity, operates optimally only when supplied with the right fuel, adequate rest, and consistent physical activity. Neglecting sleep, for instance, dramatically impairs cognitive function, reducing decision-making acumen, eroding creativity, and significantly dulling your ability to process complex information under pressure. Similarly, a diet rich in processed foods and devoid of essential nutrients creates systemic inflammation and energy crashes, directly sabotaging your sustained focus and mental endurance throughout critical work periods. Engaging in regular vigorous exercise, conversely, acts as a potent neuroenhancer, boosting blood flow to the brain, stimulating neurogenesis, and effectively clearing the mental fog that often accompanies prolonged periods of sedentary work. Prioritizing these fundamental biological needs is not a luxury for the ultra-wealthy, but a non-negotiable prerequisite for consistent, high-level strategic output. Beyond the physical, cultivating robust mental fortitude and adeptly managing cognitive load are paramount for sustaining peak performance. The sheer volume of information, decisions, and strategic considerations facing an aspiring 100M earner can quickly overwhelm even the sharpest minds, leading to decision fatigue and diminished analytical capabilities. Implementing systematic approaches to information processing, such as batching similar tasks, leveraging advanced organizational tools, and delegating non-essential activities, becomes crucial for preserving mental bandwidth. Mindfulness. ACES practices, even brief daily sessions, can significantly enhance your ability to remain present and focused, filtering out internal and external distractions that constantly vie for your attention. This deliberate mental conditioning strengthens your cognitive resilience, allowing you to maintain clarity and composure when confronted with high-stakes challenges and unforeseen obstacles. True peak performance is often synonymous with the ability to engage in deep work. Periods of uninterrupted, highly focused concentration on cognitively demanding tasks that push your skills to their limits. This is where truly transformative value is created, where complex problems are solved, and where innovative strategies are forged. However, in our hyper-connected world, achieving this state requires fierce intentionality and a ruthless commitment to eliminating distractions. Designing your physical and digital environments to be conducive to deep work is not merely helpful, it is absolutely essential. This means turning off notifications, closing irrelevant tabs, communicating your do not disturb periods to your team, and even physically isolating yourself during these critical blocks of time. The cumulative effect of consistently engaging in deep work far outweighs scattered efforts, enabling exponential progress toward your most ambitious objectives. The pinnacle of focused performance is often described as a flow state, an immersive mental condition where an individual is fully absorbed in an activity, experiencing heightened focus, enjoyment, and a sense of timelessness. In this state, productivity soars, creativity flourishes, and problem-solving becomes almost intuitive. Cultivating flow is not accidental. It requires a delicate balance between the challenge of the task and your perceived skill level, ensuring the activity is neither too easy, leading to boredom, nor too difficult, leading to anxiety. Deliberately structuring your most critical tasks to align with your strengths, setting clear objectives, and providing immediate feedback on progress can significantly increase your chances of entering and sustaining this highly productive mental space. Recognizing the conditions that trigger your personal flow states allows for their intentional replication, transforming ordinary work into an exhilarating and profoundly effective experience. Counterintuitively, sustaining peak performance over the long haul demands an equally rigorous commitment to structured recovery and deliberate rest. The human brain and body are not designed for perpetual high-intensity output. Periods of regeneration are absolutely vital for preventing burnout, consolidating learning, and restoring cognitive reserves. This isn't just about sleeping. It encompasses active recovery strategies like engaging in hobbies that provide mental detachment, spending time in nature, or simply dedicating moments to complete stillness and reflection. Viewing rest as a productive component of your strategic playbook, rather than a mere absence of work, fundamentally shifts your approach. Intentional breaks allow your subconscious mind to process information, foster creative breakthroughs, and ensure that when you return to your endeavors, you do so with renewed vigor and enhanced mental acuity, preventing the insidious creep of exhaustion that can derail long-term ambitions. Maintaining focus isn't solely about eliminating distractions. It's profoundly about directing your finite attention and energy toward activities that yield the highest strategic leverage. The ultra-wealthy understand that not all tasks are created equal, and a significant portion of their sustained success stems from an uncompromising commitment to strategic prioritization. This involves rigorously evaluating every potential action against your overarching $100 million objectives, identifying the 20% of efforts that will generate 80% of the desired results. Mastering this discernment means saying no to numerous opportunities that, while potentially good, are not great for your specific trajectory, thereby preserving your mental and temporal resources for truly impactful endeavors. This relentless focus on high-impact activities ensures that your peak performance is consistently applied where it matters most, driving disproportionate returns on your invested time and energy. In an ever-evolving market landscape, maintaining peak performance also necessitates a steadfast commitment to continuous learning and intellectual agility. Stagnation is the silent killer of sustained success, especially when navigating the dynamic complexities of large-scale wealth creation. The most successful individuals actively cultivate a growth mindset, viewing every challenge as an opportunity to expand their knowledge base and refine their strategic toolkit. This involves dedicating consistent time to reading, engaging with thought leaders, attending specialized workshops, and deliberately seeking out novel perspectives that challenge existing paradigms. By continuously updating your mental models and expanding your intellectual horizons, you ensure that your decision-making remains sharp, innovative, and adaptive, allowing you to anticipate shifts and capitalize on emerging opportunities long before your competition. Your immediate environment exerts a profound, often subconscious influence on your ability to maintain focus and perform at your best. Designing your workspace, both physical and digital, to be a sanctuary of productivity is a crucial, yet frequently overlooked element of peak performance. This extends beyond merely tidiness. It involves optimizing for minimal visual clutter, ensuring ergonomic comfort to prevent physical fatigue, and curating a soundscape that promotes concentration rather than distraction. Digitally, this means organizing files, streamlining communication channels, and utilizing tools that reduce friction in your workflows. A meticulously crafted environment acts as an externalized manifestation of your internal discipline, subtly guiding your attention toward your goals and significantly reducing the mental effort required to initiate and sustain focused work. Even the most self-disciplined individuals benefit immensely from robust accountability structures and well-designed systems to sustain their peak performance over time. Relying solely on willpower is a recipe for inconsistency. Instead, successful wealth builders embed their high-performance habits within reliable frameworks. This could involve using specific productivity software, establishing clear daily and weekly routines, or engaging with a mastermind group or a high-performance coach who provides external accountability. These systems act as guardrails, ensuring that even on days when motivation wanes, the established structure propels you forward. They minimize decision-making fatigue by automating processes and reinforcing desired behaviors, transforming sporadic bursts of effort into a consistent, compounding trajectory of progress. Ultimately, maintaining peak performance and focus is deeply rooted in a resilient and proactive mindset. It's the unwavering belief in your capacity to endure, adapt, and consistently deliver exceptional results, irrespective of external circumstances. This mindset views challenges not as deterrents, but as opportunities to refine your approach and strengthen your resolve. It embraces the concept of deliberate practice, understanding that sustained excellence is the product of continuous refinement and a relentless pursuit of mastery. Cultivating this mental framework means consciously challenging self-limiting beliefs about your energy levels, your capacity for focus, and your ability to bounce back from setbacks. This internal conviction becomes the ultimate fuel, enabling you to transcend temporary plateaus and push the boundaries of what you previously thought possible. The pursuit of immense wealth, while exhilarating, carries the inherent risk of burnout if not managed with extreme care. True peak performance is not about endless hours of grinding, but about intelligent, sustainable effort that ensures longevity. Recognizing the early warning signs of physical and mental fatigue, diminished creativity, increased irritability, persistent low energy, or a pervasive sense of apathy is critical. Proactive measures such as scheduling mandatory off-grid periods, delegating more effectively, or even taking strategic sabbaticals are not luxuries but essential investments in your long-term capacity. The ultimate goal is not just to reach the $100 mark, but to do so with your health, relationships, and passion intact, allowing you to enjoy the fruits of your labor and continue building a legacy for decades to come.